So if you're just joining us on the recording, my bad, we're on the schedule slide, but better late than never on that. So let's move on here. So yeah, Carlos isn't here for this meeting, so I'll take over the slide here about the diversity panel we got coming up. So this is on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Actually, I believe it's at 6 p.m. That might be a typo there, via Zoom. Basically come out here from perspectives from people from Boeing, Intel, and Microsoft, trying to give you guys diverse backgrounds and diverse stories and from diverse positions. It's gonna be really fun, really interesting. We also are opening it up for questions from anybody that does attend. We do have like a set amount of questions, but we also want you guys to be able to participate, get to ask questions, and get to feel as if you are connecting with these people. That's what we really want to try to do here, is kind of bridge the gap between student engineer and professional engineer. Carlos put a lot of time into this, so I think it's going to go off really well. We're looking into getting a fourth member for the panel as well, but Karina, I think her name is pronounced Navat. Don't quote me on that. I'm sure Carlos actually knows that for sure. And Kevin, they're all confirmed. So they all seem like they have really good backgrounds. If you guys are interested in hearing more about them before the event, look them up on LinkedIn. We'll also be posting a form on the, not a form, but a flyer on this event, so you can see their names again in the future. So look forward to that. Again, that's Wednesday at, we'll clarify the time on that for sure by tonight. So. And yeah, so we also wanted to recap on a few of the events that we did have in person. Definitely our big one was this last weekend, or actually 2 weekends ago, was our solar charger workshop. I'm not sure if Brad is in the call, but big thanks to Brad for his involvement. It's him down here. And then everybody that also volunteered here as well. Big thanks to you guys. The event really couldn't have happened without your help. And also a huge shout out to everybody that came out for this. I believe we had like 42 people out of the 48 that signed up come out. So big thanks to all you guys. We really hope you had a fun time on this. Everyone that was there seemed like they were really enjoying themselves and had a really good experience. So that's really what the whole goal was to give you guys some really cool hands-on experience that was working with stuff that you probably haven't gotten the chance to do in a while. You know, working on the soldering, building with electronics, and also solar cells, etc. So huge thanks to everyone that came out. We do want to try to do this again in the 2021 semester, either in spring or fall. We're trying to figure out if we want to do it like each semester or want to do it annually. So if you didn't make it out to this one, there will be more opportunities in the future. And especially when COVID is, you know, kind of more or less winding down at some point, we can also uptake the number of people we allow in. But currently we definitely are trying to abide as much as we can to procedures and precautions, so we can't really let in everybody come into those. So keep an eye out for that. Additionally, we are trying to schedule in the last few people that were unable to finish in that time with the TI lab at some point. We tried to do it last week, but we didn't really hear back from them. So we're going to continue to try to push for that, try to get you guys in to finish off the last little steps you had. And yeah, and that'll kind of more or less round it up. So again, thank you guys for coming out for that, and really good turnout, really good success, and we can't wait to do it again. The next slide here, yeah, I'll hand it over to Lucas.
All right, hey, so yeah, so this was our this workshop was prior to the workshop that Alex was just going over, but this was another one of our in-person events that we conducted. Fortunately, everything was able to pull through, and we were able to get everybody to a workshop in person, which was really awesome. And I was really glad and happy that I was able to present this with everybody and get everybody together in spite of COVID. But for those who weren't there or like to be familiarized with what actually happened, we went over some topics about computers and how they work and everything. We gave out the boards to everybody. We made all of the materials, the PowerPoint, the recording and everything. It's available in a Google Drive folder, which is pinned on Slack. The audio quality, unfortunately, isn't super awesome for the first one. So if you do have any questions about anything that may have been said or covered, just let me know. You can just @ me or DM me in Slack, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions. But other than that, we also hosted a supplemental session to go over the coding, because for multiple reasons, we didn't have enough time to cover everything. So that was covered later on. So yeah, we covered everything, and it was a really good experience. So thank you to everybody for coming out. Absolutely.
Yeah, and definitely a big thank you to Lucas for working so hard on this. The little boards you see in the right picture here was all designed by him, and myself and Taylor helped with the assembly of these. So big shout out to both of you guys. They honestly looked beautiful, and thank you to everybody that came out for this. And yeah, we hope to continue to do really cool in-person workshops into the next semester. And thank you guys for bearing with us on kind of how long it took us to get these going. There's definitely a lot of trouble with the, getting everything approved through the university, but I think we got it pretty nailed down now. So again, expect more cool workshops coming up. Is Shauna in the call by chance? If not,
looks like she's not.
Okay, yeah. Then I could cover this real quick. So yeah, we had our Sweet Collab workshop this last, I believe it was Thursday. It was Thursday or Wednesday, where we had Heather from TI come out, and she was going over some brief coding tutorial about Python. It was really nice that a lot of the IEEE members came out to support the collab there. We really appreciate that, and we hope you guys were able to gain some knowledge from that. Again, this is kind of like a balancing like between the in-person workshops we've had and now the virtual ones we have. So we're going to continue to try to do that, try to get everybody the opportunity to be involved. And definitely big thanks to all you guys, and big shout out to our sponsor, TI, as well. And additionally as well, talking about our t-shirts, I know this is kind of also what Shauna's department has been, but we have a few left of kind of the small and medium sizes for each of the shirts, and then a good portion left of the larges and extra larges. So if you guys are still interested in getting the membership shirts here in the middle, the black ones here, and then also the 2 IEEE shirts, I believe the tie-dye one is the Orlando section, and this is a IEEE, I believe the library, the extended library of IEEE shirts. They're all very nice shirts. So if you guys are interested in any of them, pick them up what you can. I know that we're kind of winding down the process of these, and we are planning to pursue getting new shirts for the next semester as well. So if you guys are interested in these, get them while you can, because after this semester, we're more or less calling it a quits on these. So yeah, if any of you guys are interested, there should be a form if you hit the QR code here. My name thing was kind of covering that for the people on the recording. But yeah, so if you are interested, hit that QR code. I think the link is also in Slack as well. If someone wants to check the chat, I'm not really looking at it, but I see little notifications. But yeah, so if you guys are interested in that, feel free to hit that up.
A real quick note about that before we move on from the shirts. I think Shauna is trying to connect to the meeting right now. She left a very specific note that no t-shirts will be given out after next Wednesday. So that is Wednesday, November 25th. That is the deadline to get your t-shirts for this semester. They'll be back again next semester.
I don't have like a wait room on the call, right? Anything like that at this point? I want to make sure that everyone's able to get in, but
I don't think so.
Okay, cool.
But since Shauna's still trying to connect, you can go ahead and skip past the next slide and we'll come back to it if she shows up.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, because she's more or less gonna be able to cover that. Yeah, so this one was set up by Juan, my vice chair. He's been working really hard on the podcast here, as well as Jordan and obviously our hosts, Brian and Fernando, have been killing the game here. So just some quick updates on like what's been going on with the Knights Open Circuit. Again, we had our episode with Professor Reza about a month ago at this point. We recently released an episode with Andres, who is a Northrop Grumman employee, as well as a former SHEP UCF president. That was a really good episode. So if you guys are interested in that one, go check it out. They kind of cover like a lot of different perspectives of college as well as the professional life. So hit that one up. The next 2 episodes are going to be pretty good. We got Haley Fields coming. She is a software developer for the Federal Reserve. So that is the next episode coming up. And then we're more or less rounding up the semester with an episode with 2 NASA engineers. So that should be really good. I think we might be, the question poll might be closed at this point because we did need to get pre-approval on questions to send to them because of the whole security clearance thing. But if you're still interested, I guess you could try filling that out. I'm not sure what happened with that. So the QR code up there is for the questions, and I believe the QR code on the left here sends you to a link to the show on Spotify. And big shout out to Muhammad as well for working on a lot of the graphics here and also putting the podcast on multiple platforms. That was really cool to see, and we're really happy that we can continue to give various engineers a platform and be able to share information with you guys, and especially in a time where it's so difficult to communicate through anything other than the virtual realm at this point. So big thanks to all you guys. And yeah, so one of the big things we want to cover here is our upcoming events and projects that will be going on in the spring. So I'm going to hand it over to Taylor here for the first project here that we'll be discussing, and that is our long-awaited Roomba project.
Thank you, Alex. So real quick, I want to introduce you to a big project that we're going to be working on. The current timeline is we're hoping to get started on this in just a very basic way right before the end of this semester, and then the next 2 semesters we'll spend actually working on the implementation of the project. The full name is going to be the Autonomous Surface Disinfection Robot to combat SARS coronavirus 2, which is the virus that causes COVID-19. Basically, this is going to be an autonomous robot that's going to self-navigate around a room, a building, something like that. And it's going to have a couple of different components to it. One component, it's going to have to be able to move around on its base. Another component, it's going to have to be able to avoid collisions. Another component, it's going to have to be able to recognize the existence of humans so that it can turn off the next component, which is a deadly laser, where we're going to be using UV type C radiation, which some of you might have read about. It's called germicidal radiation because it can kill bacteria and inactivate viruses. So there's a lot of research to be done there. There's a lot of development we need to do on this project. Hopefully we can get a lot of that done over the winter, but if you're interested in taking on a big role in this project, if any of that sounds really interesting and you want to be able to be one of the leaders going forward as a part of this team, go ahead and swipe that QR code right there. That is going to lead you to an interest form so that I can know who you are. And there's going to be an introductory meeting on this Thursday at 6 p.m. over Zoom. You can find that link in the QR code as well.
Yeah, I think we also have a form going around for the, I can't remember if it has a QR code for the meeting or for the interest form on there, but we'll be posting these links as well as the events come closer, and also have the interest forms out there. This is definitely one of the bigger projects that we're taking on basically ever here. So big shout out to Taylor for taking this on, and we have various things that we're trying to do with this, and we'll go into greater detail if you do want to attend and find out more. So come out to that Thursday meeting at 6. And we're not planning to go super off the rails with it this semester, but it's really going to start ticking up in the spring. But yeah, we want to get the ball rolling now.
You can just come to the meeting if you want more information.
Yes. So yeah, another project that we are looking at for next semester is a 3D printer. So we do have a lead more or less secured at this point for this position. He told me he didn't want to be mentioned by name in this presentation, so we'll most likely introduce him in January. Basically, this project, we're looking at 2 separate scopes here, depending on which budget we are approved for it. One will be basically, I believe it's like 30% larger. And basically, we'll just be building a 3D printer from scratch. So this could be a great opportunity for you guys to get some hands-on electrical experience, work with a team on this build, and also, again, get to contribute to something that we're making here. We do plan to actually utilize this, the procedures of the 3D printer in the Roomba. So again, it's going to be a pretty cool project. If you guys are interested in that, we will be releasing more information as the spring semester comes up. Kind of waiting for this one until January, so keep your eyes open for this. And an additional one that we're also looking at here to kind of round up the 3 leads that we more or less have at this point for hardware is we're looking at LED displays as a project or workshop. So we're either deciding between if we want to do this as a smaller scale workshop where several, a bunch of you guys can work on this, make something that all of you can take home, or we're also looking at making a larger scale kind of sculpture that we can put in one of the engineering buildings. We're looking at either the traditional engineering buildings, HEC, or the Creo building for this. It basically would utilize Raspberry Pi or Arduino systems in order to get cool shapes and patterns going on with it. And when it comes to the workshop aspect of it, most likely what we would do would be either creating an LED display that you can program yourself with a computer, or doing little like LED apparel, like these little cool sunglasses here. It's like little rave shades. So yeah, we're still kind of in the development of this one. This is more or less an idea at this point, not really concrete direction on it. So we're really willing to take this whatever direction we are kind of, pushed in it what the people want. So if you are interested in this, there will be a lead application that we'll send out at some point. No prior experience is really required for this because it's pretty, like you can pretty much learn this pretty quickly. So basically, if any of you guys are interested in taking on this role, either a workshop or a project or both, if we're really feeling ambitious on it, you can either message us directly now or wait until that form comes out and we will get going ahead with that. And I'm going to hand this one off to Lucas to talk a little bit about our software project ideas we're coming up with.
Hi again. So yeah, so we are in the stage of the semester where we're starting to look forward to the next semester to see what kind of projects we're going to start to either embark on or continue or anything, which is kind of in part with all of what this general body meeting's about, other than just updates. Like Alex said, we have these other projects like the Roomba and the LED display and everything. At the moment though, primarily we're trying to get past project ideas, get any other ideas that might be good to think of or consider. So we are thinking of doing something primarily either software based or software that interfaces with hardware, whichever is the most interesting to you guys, of course. I mean, this is for all of you, so whatever you guys would be interested with. So we're thinking that we'll probably, so on Slack, we're going to be able to take any suggestions from you guys if you guys have anything you want to mention. If you do have anything, you could just post it in general and at Alex Parody here, our president. And then we'll keep a running list of those. And at some point, we'll probably send out a voting form, probably a Google form with a list of ideas, and just have a vote of sorts and kind of figure out what's the most popular thing that we'd want to do. Something else that I was quickly briefed about by Taylor Barnes here is that we have the potential to do a team for a signal processing competition coming up. So we'll end up releasing more information about that as it comes up. But if that sounds interesting to you, keep your ears peeled, or not, keep your ears open, and we'll have it in Slack. We'll be posting more information about that coming up. Any kind of software project we do, I will be a part of it in terms of helping to coordinate it and run it and be included in order to make everything run smoothly. So yeah, so other than posting stuff in general, if you do have any input though, like right now, while we have the slide open, we do have this QR code available to you guys. So you guys can give that a quick scan and put any suggestions in there. But we'll basically get all the suggestions from wherever our pools are and do a voting form at some point soon. So I'll give that back to Alex here for the floor.
Yeah, thanks for covering that, Lucas. Sorry we're throwing out so many QR codes, but we do like we are a big fan of them. Again, we'll post all the links after the fact as well, so in case you're not getting them all, we can throw them up in the Slack. And again, when times get kind of closer, we'll also be posting them on the socials at various points, and in the future on our website as well. So yeah, if Joe wants to take over for this next portion here to talk about the app idea.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to building an IEEE app. So it's kind of similar to the Shep UCF app if you guys ever use that, where it basically will help you keep up to date with the latest events, videos, podcasts, and workshops via like there's going to be a calendar basically where you can see all the events, you can RSVP, sign up for them, everything. It could also keep track of your attendance for the potential to win prizes. So maybe we can encourage I guess encourage you guys to come out to more of our events and maybe we can give you a $10 gift card or something. Yep. And also, we're looking forward to notifying you of the great opportunities on campus. And also planning to build a small team led by the webmaster to focus on this.
Yeah, so if you guys are interested in app development at all, again, we'll be posting this opportunity on all of our platforms. We were definitely hearing a lot from the people that came out to the workshops about more software-oriented projects and workshops. So we really do want to try to bring them on for the next semester. This is definitely a part of that. So if you're interested in app development at all, put it on the resume. We will be building a small team around this. And that kind of leads me to the next point here, which is discussing a new webmaster. So Yash has unfortunately is planning to step down from this position due to just too busy of a schedule. So we are looking for a new webmaster to fill in the role and upgrade the website a bit, put in some new features that we're looking forward to adding. Basically, we're looking for somebody who has experience with web design or is willing to learn it. Again, we're not going to be super restrictive on this. Again, if you're willing to put in the time and you set out like a plan of what you would want to do, we are more than willing to take you on for this. Skills in WordPress or just general site development is a big plus when it comes to this position. You'll basically be assisting with revamping the website, as I said, and also leading the development of the app, kind of giving that direction. And again, right now we don't have a form for this, but if you are interested, just please email us at the IEEE UCF Gmail. If we don't get immediate interest from many people, then we might just run up a forum, see if anyone has interest in that regard. But yeah, just currently email us, DM us on Slack, anything will work. We do want to fill this position and get the website looking nice. So again, another thing to put on the resume, you led a team for the app as well as you redesigned a website and made it look very nice for a bustling organization. So we would definitely appreciate anyone interested. Again, please reach out to us. Yeah, and now we're kind of winding it down. Did want to thank you guys all again, not just the people that are shown here, but everybody that's been a part of this semester. I know we haven't been able to include everybody in everything that we do so far, but we really do want to try to take that up a notch this next semester and include as many of you as possible. But it really is true, like without you guys being great members, like none of this would really be possible. There wouldn't really be demand for any of the things that we do. So we do want to thank you guys, and we really do appreciate you all for supporting us and being members of IEEE during these troubling times. So snaps to all you guys, big hearts. We love you. And I think now is just a general kind of feedback time. And we kind of gave you a lot of ideas there, a lot of different things. These will all be posted on YouTube as well, so you can re-see it. But we do want to just hear some feedback from you guys. This is kind of an open forum type of vibe at this point. We want to hear what kind of projects you're most looking forward to, what you would want to do. If you have any ideas that we didn't mention, bring those up as well. If you have any complaints about this semester, the things you want to see more, feel free to bring those up, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, just bring up any ideas you got right now. I think at this point, we're more or less done with the formal portion of this. I guess I should end the video too, but yeah, so if anyone wants to feel free to speak up. If not, I guess the officers could just chit chat.